Hello students, welcome back to MRS math class. So we are discussing about the differential equations of first order but of higher degree. Okay, already I have taken one class in this topic in which I was discussing about the equations that is solvable for P. But in this lecture I am going to discuss about the equations that is solvable for Y. Okay, so that is categorized number 2. Okay, that is equations solvable for Y. Okay, so this is our general form of first order higher degree differential equation, right? So if this equation is solvable for Y, then what we can write? We can write Y equal to some f of x comma p, right? So let us take this as equation number 2. Okay, then if we'll do differentiation with respect to x, we will get dy by dx, right, equal to del f by del x plus del f by del p into dp by dx, right? So this one we can write as p, right? P is denoted p is we are writing for dy by dx, right? So equal to some function omega you can take, okay, of that is x comma p and dp by dx, right? So this is a equation of two variables, right? That is x and p. So we can solve this equation number 3 by the methods which we have already discussed in the first order first degree differential equations. You can revisit that lecture. Already I have delivered that lectures. Okay, so if we will solve this one, then so we will get the solution in terms of let us say f, okay, and x comma p comma c equal to 0, right? Let us take this as equation number 4. Okay, we got this solution by solving equation number 3. Okay, so from equation number 2 and equation number 4, okay, by eliminating p, okay, from equation 2 and 4, okay, we can get the solution for equation number 2. Okay, so sometimes what happens, it will be very difficult to eliminate this p from these two equations. Okay, so that times we can write the solution in terms of x and y, okay, which contains p and c. Okay, that will be our solution. Okay, so if you will not able to understand now, that type of example also I will give you to make it clear. Okay students, so let us come for an example. Okay, so students, here I have taken one example to verify this method. Okay, so first what we will do, we have to take the derivative with respect to x, that is dy by dx is nothing but our p, right, which is equal to 3 plus log p is 1 by p into dp by dx. Okay students, so this one if you will solve, then what you will get, that is p minus 3, right, equal to 1 by p into dp by dx. Okay, so this equation we have to solve by the methods which I have already discussed in the first order first degree differential equation. Okay, using that method we have to solve. So here I think if I will apply the variable separation method, then we can get the solution. So let us try for this one. So p if we will take to this side, then what we will take, dx you can take to this side equal to your 1 by p into p minus 3, right, into dp, correct? So I already separated the variables, right? So p terms this side and x terms this side. So now we can get the solution by doing integration both the sides, right? So what we'll get, this side it will be x, right? So this side if we have to apply partial fraction, right, to get the solution, then what you will get, that is 1 by 3 into p minus 3, okay, minus 1 by 3p. If you are doing then we can get the solution, okay. Then what we will get, that will be 1 by 3 into log p minus 3, right? So this 1 by 3 it will go to the power of p minus 3, that is log property, right, minus log of p to the power 1 by 3, okay, into some constant, right? So come to this side, what we will get, we will get x equal to your log of p minus 3, right, over p whole to the power 1 by 3 plus c, right? So both sides if we will take exponential, then what you will get, this e to the power x equal to your p minus 3 by p whole to the power 1 by 3, okay, some constant c, okay. So if we will take this constant to that side, then we can write e to the power x into c, okay. And if we will take the cube in both the sides, we will get e to the power 3x into c equal to p minus 3 over p, right? Then what we will get, that is e to the power 3x into c equal to 1 minus 3 by p, right? So what we will get, so e to the power 3x into c minus 1 equal to minus 3 by p, right? So what you will get, p as minus 3 by e to the power 3x into c minus 1, right? So this equation, right, you can take equation as 2 you can take. So from equation 2 and equation 1 we have to eliminate p to get the solution. So what you will get there, p value we can put it here, right? So final solution will be y equal to 3x, right, plus log of this one, right? So if you will take common minus 3 in numerator and denominator, then what you will get, 3 over 1 minus e to the power 3x into c, right? So this is our final solution for this differential equation. Hope from here to here whatever I discussed you understood, okay. So let us come for the next example where it will be difficult to eliminate this p from both the sides. Then what will be the solution for that case we'll discuss, okay. So students, come to for the second example, and this equation we have to say that this is solvable for y. So what we'll do, we have to write y equal to some function of x comma p, right? So what we will get, y equal to p, right, plus x by p, right? So this one you can take as equation number 1, okay. Now similar way we have to do the differentiation with respect to x, right, that is dy over dx, right, equal to, this is dp by dx, right, plus 1 by p, correct, plus x into minus 1 by p square, right, into dp by dx. Okay students, which is equal to your dy by dx is nothing but our p, right? So p minus 1 by p, this one I am taking to this side. What you will get, if dp by dx you will take common, then what we are getting, this is 1, right, minus x by p square, correct? So this is our p square minus 1 by p, okay, into dx by dp. This one I am taking to this side, right? Then if you are taking x to this side, this term, x by p square equal to 1, right? Now this p square minus 1 by p, if you will divide both the sides, what we will get, dx by dp, right, plus x by p into p plus 1 into p minus 1 equal to your p by, right, p square minus 1. Okay, so you can see that this is a differential equation of first order which is linear, and if you will assume that this x is dependent variable and p is independent variable. Okay, so by finding the integrating factor and multiplying both the sides, after that if we will do integration we can get the result. Okay, so our integrating factor in this case will be e to the power, right, this one, right, integration over 1 by p into p plus 1 into p minus 1 dp, right? So what you will get while doing the integration, e to the power, we can do this as a partial fraction, right, 1 over 2 into p plus 1, okay, plus 1 over 2 into p minus 1 minus 1 by p, okay, into dp. So what you will get, e to the power, this one will be log of you can say p plus 1 into p minus 1, that is p square minus 1, right, into this 1 by 2 is there, right, minus log p, that is p, okay, divided by p. So if this one it will cancel, then we will get p square minus 1 by p. So this one we have to multiply here, right, in both the sides. Then what you will get, that will be your p square minus 1 divided by p into dx by dp, right, plus x in by p into p square minus 1, right. If this one it will can multiply, then this one will be your p square and this one will be 1 by 2, right, which is equal to your this p it will cancel, right. So only 1 over p square minus 1, right, root over, right. So now this is a exact differential equation, so we can do the integration, right, both the sides. Then what we will get, p, right, what we will get. So this side it is a exact differential equation, so we can find the derivative of p square minus 1 over p into x, right, and this side it will be or cos hyperbolic inverse p, right, plus some integrating constant c. So what you will get then, x will be your p, correct, into cos hyperbolic inverse p, right, plus c, right, p square minus 1, right, whole to the power minus 1 by 2, right. So now you can see from this equation, okay, this one if you take 1, okay, and this is already you have taken 1, so if you are taking this 2, then from equation 1 and equation 2 it is difficult to eliminate p, okay, you can see. So how you will get the solution, okay, so your y will be, okay, p, right, plus we know the value of x, that is this one, so in the denominator there is 1p, here 1p is in the numerator, so it will cancel. Then what you will get, cos hyperbolic inverse p plus c, right, p square minus 1 whole to the power minus 1 by 2, okay. So you can take this as equation number 3. So this equation 2 and 3 are the equations for x and y in terms of p. This is parametric equations of solution are the solution for the differential equation. Okay students, this is a different type example which I have taken where it is difficult to eliminate p, okay. So I have discussed 2 examples regarding the equation solvable for y. Hope you understood. And though it looks simple, but actually it is not simple. You have to work out more and more problems. More practice is necessary to digest this type of problems. So you should not face any confusion that which equation is solvable for y and which equation is solvable for x, okay. Still, if you have any doubt or any suggestion, you can write it in the comment box. Okay students, thank you.